just some more kind of insight of my whole process. Um, so I was cutting some of the deer pieces that I had laid out earlier. You can kind of see there, it's kind of dark and it's kind of burning while it's cutting. That's the blades getting a little dull for the harder woods. That's why I kind of switched and did the music notes that are going to be the magnets. These are out of just pine, so they're a lot softer, and you could see they cut pretty smooth, and there's no burning or anything like that. And then that way I could just keep using the blade that's in there, and then whenever it completely dulls out, or because they are so small, lots of times they do snap. It's not a big deal when they snap, but just use the blade up until it's basically can't use it anymore. So for right now, this I'll kind of put aside, and I'll cut some more, probably pine ornaments or something like that. Other things that are still kind of on the softer side, because the blade is still sharp enough to cut, but like I was saying, just on the harder woods, it's leaving some burns, and I'd rather cut those with something a bit sharper, and then there's less sanding on the edges. But like I was saying, on the pine, you could see there it was cutting nice and smooth. So, and this is even relatively thick compared to this, but it was just cutting much better. So just use the blade as much as I can, and then I've always keep talking about saving as much as I can where I can kind of thing. Even when all my blades break, I put them in my scrap metal bin. I mean, I understand they don't amount to much, but at least they go to the actual scrap yard and actually get recycled instead of just going into landfill. But even still, with all my woodworking and just even other things in my life, I save metal everywhere, and every little bit adds up. So just because it's broken and garbage doesn't mean it's not necessarily worth nothing. Obviously, like I was saying with these, I know you'd have to have a whole bunch of those to even make a pound to make it financially a difference, but just putting it where it belongs after, so it doesn't end in landfill, and make it actually recycled. But yeah, just kind of some more insight and little background details on. Sometimes you might see me, it looks like I'm just randomly switching products and projects, sorry, and like I was saying, sometimes that's just because whatever's in there. And I've mentioned before about blades. There's a whole bunch of different types of blades, um, tooth count, tooth style, etc., and they're better for certain things. So right now, this isn't necessarily good for this, but it's still okay for this.